Okay, let's solve this thing. Mentioned that I would show you the one algorithm that you need to know from the 3x3 Rubik's Cube to do this, because again, from this position, all of our centers, all of our corners are in the right place. From here on out, all it is moving edges. And for that, I'm going to borrow this algorithm from my basic Rubik's Cube, so here it is. So you've got a Rubik's Cube, you've got everything solved except for 3 edge pieces. There they are. And so again, I'm not teaching you anything you don't already know if you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, but I need to move this piece to here, and this piece to here, and this piece to here. And so the sequence of moves for that, if you don't know it, is I'm going to take the front face and give it a 180-degree turn. And then that top level, I'm going to give it a 90-degree turn. I'm going to give it a quarter turn, depending on which way I want it to go. It's going to be a clockwise turn. If I need the pieces to go this way, which I do, it'll be a counterclockwise turn if I need the pieces to move the other way. In this case, I want them to all rotate around clockwise, so I give it a clockwise turn. Then from there, I move the side layers both down a quarter turn. I give my front face another 180. Move my side layers back up a quarter turn. And then turn the top layer again. If I turn it clockwise the first time, turn it clockwise again. If I turned it counterclockwise the first time, turn it counterclockwise again. In this case, I went clockwise, so I'll go clockwise again. And then one more 180 on the front. And that moved all my edges to where they're supposed to be, and my Rubik's Cube is solved. Back to Molecube. I'm going to use that methodology to move my edge pieces around because, again, all my corners are where they're supposed to be. I don't want any of them to move relative to each other, relative to the centers. I just got to move the edges around. I haven't explicitly stated, but because there needs to be one of every piece or every color on every side, we talked about the red and purple, and there's 3 edges, so I need to have at least one red and purple on every side. It's not going to matter where they go, strictly speaking. When you solve the other pieces, the red and the purple can be in whatever configuration they are. Might cause us a little problem at the end, but I'll show you how to fix it. So I usually start by picking a side. You know, here I'm on black, so I'll start there. And getting the edge pieces and starting not with the red and purple. I'll just have the red and purple be the leftovers. I'll look for the other 6 colors and what needs to be here. You know, here's a yellow. I know there needs to be an orange here. There's already an orange here, but I got to make sure it's in the right place. How do I know where the edges go? Usually the way I do this is I'll find the corner and flip it over. So right now I've got the corner, the orange corner at the very bottom, and on the opposite corner I see the edge piece. The center, the corner, and the edge of the same color live on the same plane. So if I look down one side of this corner and see the orange center, I should look down the other side of this corner, and that's where the orange edge needs to be. So I'm going to put this orange edge over here. I'm going to borrow my move sequence from my Rubik's Cube to give this thing a counterclockwise move to get this orange from here to here. So I'll do that. All right, orange is in place. What else do we need on this side with the black center? I got yellow and orange. I got black and white. I need a dark blue. So let's see where dark blue goes up here. There's my dark blue corner. There's my dark blue edge. And so the other dark blue piece belongs right here. So conveniently enough, it's right here. So I'll just slide it over one. So there's my dark blue, and there's my orange. Fortunately, I've got a red and purple here already, so that was lucky. If it wasn't, you know, I got the blue and the orange in here, I would have to get a red and a purple up to here. I would use that same algorithm to do it. I'd just find one of the reds and purples and slide them over to here. In my case, they're already here. So good to go. Let's keep going. What I usually do next is I'll get the edges on the center layer, the next layer up, and I usually start with whatever is in the center of the face that I just solved. I'll get the black piece in the right place. I know there needs to be one on the center layer, so let's find out where black goes in the center layer. Here's my black corner. So across from black, I know the other black corner needs to go here. And I see it right over here, so let's just slide it from here on over. All right. There you go. I got my black piece where I need it to be. Okay. So here's the black side I solved. And here's the black corner that I just did. Usually before moving anything else around, what I'll do from here is find out what needs to go in the rest of the edge slots on the center layer. So here's black, which I just did. I want to know what goes here, and what goes here, and what goes here. And I'll usually want to map that out before I do anything and find the most efficient way to do it. So anyway, let's take a look at this first side. The only two pieces that I need to sort out are these two. Remember, all my corners are solved, my center. I already solved this bottom layer, which means this edge piece, and I just put this black where it belongs. So it's just these other two that I need to know. All other colors are present and accounted for except red and white. So let's figure out which one of these needs to be red and which one needs to be white. Well, up top there's a white. So that can't be the right place right here. White has to go here. So this is a white piece. I'm not going to put it there yet, though. I'm going to look around and see what else needs to be done. I'm going to flip over to the next side. Here's all my pieces. I know this is going to be a white. Once again, I got to figure out what goes here and here. So I got black, and this is going to be white accounted for. I got blue and blue accounted for, yellow and orange, so I need red and purple here. Which one's going to be red and which one's going to be purple? Non-denominational in this case. I don't have anything on either side that tells me which has to be red or purple. So let's keep moving. That's got to be white. That's got to be red or purple. I don't know which yet. Let's go over here. I got black and white present and accounted for. I got the blues present and accounted for. Orange needs to go with a yellow. I need a yellow and a red or a purple here. This side has yellow. So this can't be yellow, this must be yellow, which means this must be red or purple. Now it's going to solve for me because I know this can't be red because this is red. So purple, red, and what did I say this one was? Did I say this one was? White. White, red, and purple is what these need to be. All right, so I see something here that these last two are going to be easy enough to solve. I'm just going to do my rotating sequence to put the purple here and the red here. So I'll save that because that's going to be easy enough to do. Let's get that white into position over here first. And that's going to take a little more doing because I'm going to have to move it from here. I don't want to disturb the black that's already in the right place. So I'm going to move white over to here. And then from here, I'll move it down to here. So I'll take two cracks at this sequence. So I'll go moves it there, and I'll come over this way and bring it from here to here. All right, so I got my black and my white, and now I said over here I need red and purple, so let's just rotate these around. All right, so my second layer now is done. There's all the pieces where I want them, black, white, red, and purple. All right, now let's move up to the top. Up top, I'm going to focus on the red and purple last. I'm going to look at the other two colors, whichever are up here, and get them in the right place. So here's yellow. Where does yellow need to go? Yellow, I've got the yellow on the bottom. Here's the center, so the yellow piece goes right here. Where's the light blue piece need to go? There's light blue. Light blue is already where it needs to be. So let's just get the yellow over to where it belongs. Orient it this way so I don't disturb the blue, which is already where it's supposed to be. All right, cool. So yellow and light blue, and then the last thing you gotta check, you're gonna have red and purple here, but they may not be in the right place. In our case, they are. Purple wound up not with another purple, red wound up not with another red. So we're good, and this puzzle is solved. Now, I could cut this thing off here and be done because the puzzle would be solved. However, that would leave you short of one important tool, because sometimes you do all this and you don't see the red and purple lined up in a way that the thing is solved. Sometimes you wind up, you get to this point, you got the blue and the yellow in the right place, and what you find is the purple is here, and that's a problem because it's on the same side as another purple. And the red is here, which is a problem because it's on the same side as another red. And so when you see that, you have to know how to handle it, because I don't have a solution for switching two edge pieces. You don't have that in your toolkit from solving a Rubik's Cube either, because that condition can't exist on a Rubik's Cube. Why can't that condition exist on a Rubik's Cube? Well, in a Rubik's Cube, every piece has a unique identifier for where it goes. Here's an edge with a green and a yellow. It can only go here. But in our case, with these spheres instead of block pieces, I've got a red piece here, and this red piece could go here or it could go here, but they're different pieces. They move around in different orbits. They may look like they're in the right place, but they're not in the right place. And so let's take this and imagine that when we got to this point, instead of seeing this, we instead saw this. So you might get to the top and find that you're in a situation like this. You say, well, I put all these other pieces where they belong, but uh-oh, I see a purple with a purple. I see a red with a red. And they're not always in this configuration, but the red and the purple, I find that they've got a buddy over here on the other side. And I say, well, that's a problem because I don't know how to flip two pieces because that condition doesn't exist. And again, it's because these red pieces look the same, but they're not the same. You've got something in a space where it makes it impossible for everything to be in a place where they should be. The way to do this, don't think about switching these two pieces. Think about switching these two pieces. Find that red pair or that purple pair, and I'm going to switch them around. And so it's going to take a little bit of doing, but what I want to do is I want to move this red piece out of the way and then bring this red piece up and slide this red piece back in so that I can slot it back down where this one was in the first place. So watch this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to move purple here, red here, and this light blue down here. Okay, next, I'm going to move this red piece up to here so I can move that red piece down where it was. Okay, same thing, move this back around. And then slot these things out like they were. Move the red down to here and the white over to here. And look what we've done. Yellow is still where it needs to be. Light blue is still where it needs to be. And we have swapped the purple and the red. So the purple and red are over here. Red and purple are over here. And that's how you solve a parity error. This thing is solved. 9 different colors on every side. Please like and subscribe if you liked it. Feel free to drop me a comment. I'll try to respond to them. Love to everybody. See you next time.